Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
And the Westview Warriors go to 25-3 on the year. Troy Neely wins his second state championship.
Hostetler.
Oh, tough move by Scott Hostetler. Bounce pass to Rensberger. And he puts it in off the glass. Now he'll pump it up from the left side and hit.
Will get the grab. That's trouble when you find Yoder that wide open.
Happy New Year, everyone, and good evening from Angola High School. It's Westview Warrior Basketball on LaGwanamedia.com. This is Jerry Hostetler along with Jamie Miller, and tonight it'll be Coach Ed Bentley and his 5-1 Westview Warriors doing battle with Coach Brandon Appleton and his 2-4 Angola Hornets in a Northeast Corner Conference matchup. Westview's coming off a pre-holiday conference road win at Lakeland back on December 22nd. As they defeated the Lakers 70-50. Angola last played back on December 12th, as they were defeated by the Northridge Raiders by a score of 60-51. So it's been kind of a long layup for the Raiders and Westview as far as that's concerned. Northridge also defeated Westview, as you remember, in the second game of the season, 66-59, and that remains the lone blemish on Westview's record as we turn the calendar on a new year. In addition to Northridge, the loss to Northridge, Angola has also suffered losses to Wawasee 61-45, Central Noble 65-52 in Woodland, in a squeaker 54-53. And also they defeated the Concord Minutemen by a score of 57-53, and that was played over at McHugh and Jim at Concord. And they defeated Garrett by a score of 68-40. Tonight's game is brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Weaver Furniture Sales, now at 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North and the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our silver sponsors are Hyde Auto Body, US 20 West and LaGrange, by Eden Worship Center, Topeka, Do It Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Also, Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, your local source for powder coating. Also, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, Dale's the right man for the job. And LaGwana, serving our customers with creative solutions. Our bronze sponsors are Topeka Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy. Also, Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka. Our passion is protecting yours. By Jerry's Standard Service in Middlebury for your automotive repair and tire service needs. Also, Topeka Clinic on Lehman Drive in Topeka. By Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana, featuring floral arrangements and gift baskets for all occasions. Also, Mold Mob, located just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call them at 260-214-1250. and Precision Financial Group with local advisors Andrew Landgraf, Adam Christer, and Ryan Yoder. And Jamie and I will be back to take a closer look at tonight's game right after this 30-second timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of U.S. Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
Gary Hosteller with Jamie Miller back with you at Angola High School. Both teams out on their hardwood, getting in their pregame warm-ups before this first game of the new year, Jamie. And another conference game for the Warriors. Been a lot of close battles here on Angola's hardwood between these two teams. Westview with a superior record up to this point, but Angola's always tough.
Yeah, they are, and this will be no exception. This Angola team is very physical. The scouting report on it, they want to get you in kind of a muddy game, get you wrestling and fighting down and dirty. They like to play tough defense, but they don't necessarily like to play it a long time. They want to get up and down the floor. That might be a little bit of a change from what we've seen in recent years from Angola, but they have some of the holdovers from when Ed Bentley was there. And very physical, experienced, and strong. Joel Knox is probably their most physical player out there. He's a 6'1 senior, number 12. And early on in his career, I remember coaching against him clear back in junior high, and he was a good player, really good shooter, and now he seems to focus a little bit more around the basket. In fact, this year of his 71 shots that he has made, 32 of them are layups.
Wow.
Or excuse me, I think that's how many he's taken. I don't think he's made that many.
Second leading scorer on the team.
Yeah, he's averaging 12.3 points a game. Extremely tough competitor and defender. So he's one guy to look out for. And also Brian Parrish. He's probably he's the only other guy averaging double figures. In fact, he's their leading scorer, 13.2. Brian Parrish, number 3. And then they have, I'm not even sure how you pronounce his game, number 10.
Oh, Tagliaferri?
Yeah, Tagliaferri. Glad you're saying that tonight a lot. 5'10 senior guard, but he's a really good playmaker, and he is hitting 56.3% of his three-point shots, which tells me a couple of things. One, he's a really good shooter, and two, he takes good shots.
Right.
So he knows when to take them and everything. So those are probably their big three as far as players to look out for tonight. They do have a big Dylan Oberlin, 6'4 junior. That he's very improved. He does average about 8 points a game. He likes the offensive rebound, and so we have really got to keep them off the boards tonight. And Knox is one of those players. He has 20 offensive rebounds on the year and 21 defensive rebounds. So he's equally adept on both ends of the court at getting loose balls.
And he's listed at 6'1". He looks a little taller than that, but
yeah. He does, and some players just play bigger than their height, right. And he seems to be one of those players. Angola, I'll be interested to see how they come out tonight. They have not played since December 12th.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mentioned. And that's a long layoff.
That's 21 days.
Man.
And, or 20 or 21, something like that. And that's, we haven't played a lot. We were supposed to play them, and it got moved. So we had Lakeland, 10 days ago.
Yeah.
And then before that was a week or so off. So we've only had one game in about 2.5 weeks, but they're first one in 3. So in some ways it'll be like a whole new start, starting the season. Plenty of time to practice. I'm sure the players are tired of practicing. They're ready to play a game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, as a former coach, when you have that, you probably really never had that long of a layoff, even coaching freshmen and 8th grade basketball, but it's hard to keep a team fresh, I guess.
It is.
It's competition.
It's hard to keep them excited about practice, and I'm sure Coach Bentley is aware of that and has done some things to change it up and lighten the mood a little bit. If you're just beating each other every day, it can get old pretty quick.
Right.
But some of the keys tonight for Westview, and some of them are always the keys. But in how we're going to defend Angola, they shoot a lot of three-pointers. They don't make a lot of three-pointers, at least up to this point, other than Tagliaferri. who shoots 56%. So we are going, normally when we get screened out top, we try to get over the top of the screen. In other words, go on top of the player so that they don't have an open three. In this game, I think we're going to probably go under in a lot of cases, and the reason for that is, we'll respect their shooting out there, but we're going to make them hit threes, and it helps us to be more, to stop the drives better.
Right.
So you go under the screen, you tend to stop the drive better. You go over it, you're going to tend to stop the shooters. So that'll be our goal on defense, so keep an eye out for that for those of you watching. So we're going to go under the ball screens. And then we have got to keep Oberlin and Knox off the boards. They can really hurt you down there. They don't shoot a high percentage, so there's a lot of long rebounds. And we've just got to be scrappier, and we got to get them. I don't know necessarily that we have a guy that can bang with Knox, at his size and athletic ability. I think Luke and Linden do a good job on about anybody. So we'll see if that matchup goes. And then offensively, we mentioned they want to muddy things up. They want to hurry you into a tough shot. And so one thing that's been noticed about Angola is they'll play tough right at the beginning of a possession, but if you can just be patient, you can get a good shot on them. So that's what we'll try to do tonight. I think Angola, for those of you that are out there that don't know, our coach coached there last year, at least for part of the year. And so there's going to be, I think, a lot of extra motivation on both sides.
Oh, I'm sure.
You want to beat the team that you were coaching at, and if you're a player on that team, you want to beat that guy that used to be your coach. So very interesting subset of circumstances with this game tonight.
Well, one thing we know, they had plenty of time, both teams did, to prepare for this particular matchup tonight.
For sure. So it might be one of those where they come out really crisp, but it might be one where both teams are so fired up to play that it might just be sloppy.
Yeah, it could start out. We've seen that before where they get too fired up and they're almost too tight. And then things kind of loosen up and they start playing really good basketball. So should be a good ball game tonight. A Northeast Corner Conference matchup. The Westview Warriors and the Angola Hornets doing battle here tonight. We're a couple of minutes away from the tip-off for tonight's game. Good to have you along. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's hard to believe we're in 2021.
Yeah, and it's good to have a new year, I think. I hope it's going to be different than 2020.
There's been a lot of jokes made about 2020, so now we're on to 2021, and
that's right.
I'm not sure quite what to think about it, but we're here, and like every new year, looking ahead to the opportunities, and this is where January is where basketball really starts heating up. We got this game, then we got East Noble next week, then we got Hamilton next week.
Then the tournament.
Actually, what is today? Today's Saturday.
Yeah.
This is a time of year where you have to remind yourself what day of the week it is.
Yeah,
at least I do.
Right. Yeah, me too. With
Saturday, is this Monday? It's hard to tell.
After Christmas falling on Friday and New Year's Day.
The long weekends, which were, I might add, Christmas on a Friday is excellent. You're off Friday and then the whole weekend.
Yeah.
And same with New Year's, but after next week, then of course, like you mentioned, the NECC tournament, which we play Hamilton in the first round at Hamilton.
Yes,
supposedly.
So far, that's where it is. Yeah, they were talking about maybe switching it, but.
Well, who wouldn't like 2 straight trips to Hamilton?
Oh,
it's a beautiful time of year to drive.
There's a little sarcasm in
that especially
comment.
With all the ice still hanging on the branches, but at least it's not on the roads.
That's right. Yeah, I was a little concerned last night, but here we are, and the roads were just wet tonight so far. So
I don't think the teams would have wanted this game canceled for anything.
No.
It's time to play.
Yeah, they've been in the cage long enough. They're ready to be released to play a game.
Yeah, and the fans here, I don't know exactly what Angola's. I know Westview had to buy tickets, and you only had a couple per player. But I think on both sides of it, there's more fans here than we've seen in any game this year.
Yeah, it seems good to see fans, I tell you.
That is nice to see, and should be a good atmosphere.
Yeah, it feels like we've been on forever, so it's good to be back in the gymnasium and ready for basketball tonight. Good to have you along. Angola, Westview. Westview 5-1 overall, 3-0 in the Northeast Corner Conference. Angola 2-4 and 1-1 in conference play. I mentioned they were defeated by Central Noble 65-52 back on December 4th, and their other that's their lone conference loss.
Yeah, I would say if you look at the strength of the NECC conference, we've played almost the top except for Angola. Angola's up there, and they're going to fight you. And we don't know quite as much about them because they've had some games canceled.
That's right.
But they're going to present a challenge, and if we can win this one, we're going to be in the driver's seat to win the NECC.
This is a big one. This would be a huge win for the Warriors on the road.
Definitely. Look like they're getting ready. I don't know if they're going to do the national anthem, or have they done that already?
Well, I don't believe so. I think they'll probably do the national anthem and then the introduction of
I think they're telling everybody about being good sports.
And keeping their masks on.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
Yeah. All right, we're going to pause now for our national anthem, and then we'll get right into the starting lineups for tonight's game. Okay, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. We'll introduce them as the PA announcer introduces them here at Angola High School. They're going to introduce the entire team to begin with. Of course, we have Drew Miller. Braden Esch has broken his thumb, so he's on the bench down there, but won't be playing tonight. Okay, let's go to the starters. Ben Burkett, a 5'8" senior, will be at one guard. Number 13, Mason Yoder, is 6'2" junior.
Number 25, senior,
Drew Litweiler, a 6'4" senior.
Number 31, senior,
Luke Miller, number 31, 5'11" senior. And rounding out the lineup for Coach Ed Bentley's Westview Warriors, 5'9" sophomore Brady Yoder.
And now for your Angola Hornets. 9 starters. Number 1,
Dane Lance is one of the non-starters for Angola. He had a few threes in that JV game tonight. The Hornets are coached by Brandon Appleton in his first year at Angola. Now the starters for the Angola Hornets.
Number
4, 6'1" sophomore Tyler Call, averaging 6 points per game. Number 5, Bryce Daly, a 6-foot senior. Number 10, 6-foot senior Giovanni Tagliaferri, averaging 6.2 points per game. And as Jamie mentioned, their leading three-point shooter with a 56.3% average. Joel Knox, 6'1" senior, averaging 12.3 points per game, number 12. And number 20 is Dylan Oberlin, a junior, and he is averaging 8.3 points per game. Last meeting between these two, Angola, or rather Westview, squeaked it out 41-40. That was back on December 20th. And Westview leads the series in this battle, 28 wins against just 16 losses versus Angola.
Definitely have a quality sound system here.
They do. Maybe a little bit too good a quality. Sometimes it bleeds right through our headsets. Mason skies and controls a tip for Westview. Litweiler up top, it'll go to Luke Miller. Luke drives, puts it up short on the layup, and pulling down the rebound is Joel Knox.
One thought I had before the game watching them warm up is that Oberlin matched up on Luke, and could he handle him on the perimeter? And there he showed he can. Luke just missed the layup, but great drive by Luke.
Well, you mentioned it, I believe, in when we were talking in the pregame, and of course they're coming out of the Ed Bentley era halfway through last year, I believe it was, and it was a slowdown game when Ed was over here.
Yeah, they did tend to be deliberate.
That's good by Knox as he gets Angola on the board first.
Kind of a rarity in high school is the guy that can put the ball on the floor and pull up mid-range, but good shot by Knox that time.
In the corner, that's Mason Yoder. He'll get it out front to Brady. Both teams in man-to-man.
I think especially early in the game, we're going to be pretty content to take our time and get the shot we want.
Well, we have an offensive foul called. Mason Yoder picks up the foul. I didn't see it.
I didn't either. I think he
away from the ball, obviously.
Yeah, I think he screened that time up top and then shifted his body at the last minute and tried to hold the screen a little longer. But
first foul of the ball game. Angola with the early lead. Number 20 is Dylan Oberlin. Controls top of the circle, goes right side to Tagliaferri. He'll pop a three, and he hits.
Yeah, I would think that's probably the one guy we don't want to go under the screen on.
Yeah, it seems like we need to get out on him right on the perimeter.
Yeah, if he's shooting 56%, we're going to trust that he's really good.
Luke Miller works it out to Burkett. Now Brady looking for the shot, can't find it. He'll give it up to Burkett. They'll swing it around to Litweiler. Drew tries to get it inside. We have a whistle and a foul. This time it's going to go against Angola.
Yeah, Tyler Call had his hand in the back of Mason as Mason was cutting across the lane for that pass. Well, one thing we're going to have to do is match their intensity. Hang in there early in the game. You know, everybody comes out firing when they're on their home floor and are really emotional. So hang in there, be tough, get good shots.
Driving as Luke has it rejected, gets it back, puts it up, and he got the ball to go, but they're going to call traveling on him. Didn't see that when he was in the lane and he put the shot up and then got his own rebound after it was rejected on the first attempt. Put it back up and scored, but they called him for steps.
Yeah, I thought he traveled on the initial drive and they didn't call it. I didn't see that one.
With the basketball out front is Tagliaferri. He'll go right side with it to Knox.
Luke doing a good job at denying that inbounds pass to Oberlin. Or not inbounds, but post pass.
Right. Call with it. He'll go to Parrish. Back to Call. 6'1" sophomore. Drives on Drew Litweiler. And now we have a whistle and a foul on the baseline. It's going to be called on a reach in on Brady.
Yeah, the scouting report on Brian Parrish, number 3, he really good at the shot fake and drives left, which sometimes is a little hard to adjust to.
Knox gets it down low, putting up the scoop shot underneath is Brian Parrish. Good athletic move there. And Coach Bentley wants to talk things over with his Warriors. Not very happy down there in the Warrior bench right now.
Well, yeah.
4:42 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week, scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken, and then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988, and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
We're back after the 30-second timeout called by Westview. Now they'll try to inbound.
Who we might see here if things don't change soon is might see Lyndon Miller come in the game and give us a little more size and toughness.
Angola putting on some token pressure as Mason brings it up. Brady with it now out front.
Coach calling a set play here to try to get us a basket and get us off the 0 on the scoreboard.
Drew drives, and he's going to be, blocking foul. We'll take it. Knox tried to cut him off. Stuck his knee out. So
yeah, Knox is really physical. If we can get a few fouls on him, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
First foul on Knox. Second team foul. Ball loose, and coming up with a loose ball is Brian Parrish. He brings it down. He'll put the shot up, and an offensive foul called on Parrish.
Nice job by Mason that time. He played the guy long enough so he had to take the shot, but he still had enough time to get set. And that could be a spark for us.
Turn the momentum here. Let's hope. Luke Miller on the baseline, down to Brady. He'll try to put the shot up too far underneath, and it's grabbed by Knox, and we have a tie-up. And on the alternating possession, it's going to go to Angola.
This might be a game where we see Caleb come into the game, especially with number 20 in there. I think he would match up pretty well with Oberlin. And
shot by Knox is up and no good. Rebound, Drew Litweiler. Litweiler tries to drive. He'll give it to Brady for three. Yeah, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, we finally got an open shot. I mean, it's been, well, we had the layup on the first possession of the game we missed, but it's been some tough sledding in there.
First points of the game come over halfway through the first quarter on a three from Brady. We're getting a little bleed through from, I think, down on the scorer's bench. Do you hear the?
I hear that, yeah. It's like another feed coming through our earphones, as if I need something else to continue.
So if we sound a little confused, I mean, I don't think you guys are hearing it out there. We're just hearing it in our headset, so bear with us. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to go to Westview. And a foul. A foul was called on Tagliaferri.
Talked before the game about the long rebounds off of missed three-pointers, and that was an example of one, but good block out by Ben that time.
Brady Yoder brings it across the timeline. He'll go right side with it to Mason Yoder. Mason goes up top to Miller. Driving is Mason Yoder. He'll reverse layup out too hard. Tip up, no good by Drew Litweiler. And it's pulled down by Joel Knox.
Yeah, I thought Mason had the strong side layup if he wouldn't.
Tagliaferri looked like he traveled. Now we've got a hold out front on Westview. Burkett. Ben's first personal foul. Third on Westview. 4 on the Hornets at this point. 2:39 to go in the first quarter.
This is feels like one of these quarters, Jerry, where if you can just hang in there and not get blown out in the first quarter, we can come back and take control of the game. But right now, things just aren't clicking.
Fake by Parrish. He drives, puts it up, misses, but we have another foul on Westview. That's going to go against Mason. That'll be his second.
8 fouls in the first 5 minutes and 38 seconds. That's
a lot of fouls.
They're calling it tight. Which I think if we can be aggressive, I think that plays to our advantage. But now Mason's going to have to come out.
Mason with 2. Luke Miller, or Lyndon Miller rather, comes into the ball game for Westview. Parrish at the stripe. And he hits free throw. Burkett.
I'd like to see us get the ball down low to Drew and see if we can get something off of that.
Got it down low to Brady. Comes back out to Drew. Drew tries to penetrate, can't do it. He'll give it off to Lyndon Miller. Brady again for 3. Short this time. Good offensive rebound. And we have a foul. It's called on Knox.
Yep, that's his second. Well, Drew hasn't had a shot yet, but he's had a couple of really tough rebounds.
Tagliaferri now will come in for Knox. Burkett looking to inbound for Westview. Bounce passes it to Brady. Quick jumper's good. That's a 2 for Brady.
Now, good to see him shoot again right away after he missed that 3, because we definitely need scoring right now.
9-5, Angola. Tagliaferri goes left side with it to Daly. Daly out to Tyler Call.
I'll be interested to see how Angola's offense looks here without Knox in there.
And we have a foul on Westview. That one goes against Luke Miller.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of exuberance. It's hard to come through a 6'4" guy to get the pass.
Spin move underneath, no good by Tyler Call, and bringing it down after tearing it off the glass is Luke Miller. Drew Litweiler goes to Burkett. Left side to Luke Miller. He'll give it to Drew. Can't hit it. Underneath. Goes out of bounds. And it's off the hands of Lyndon Miller to be Angola basketball.
Well, I think we're starting to get in the groove a little bit. And the offense is moving better. It's just we've missed 2 point-blank layups this quarter. And that would have tied the game.
Yes, and that's not characteristic of Westview basketball. Ball grabbed off the glass, and the rebound is Drew Miller. He'll go right side with it to Lyndon Miller. And he'll drive, put it up, no good, and the rebound's pulled down by Brian Parrish.
Yeah, another good drive, another good shot. Just didn't go in. So we fell asleep on the last possession there, and Tagliaferri got a nice 3 off, but fortunately missed.
With the ball is Daly. They'll go left side to Oberlin. Angola might just try to go for the last shot of the quarter here. We're down to 18 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Parrish backs it out front. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Good anticipation by Drew Litweiler. He knocks the ball out of bounds. He anticipated that pass intended for Tyler Call. Call will now try to inbound. Is coming back into the ball game is Joel Knox.
Yeah, I think their offense really stagnates without Knox in there as the leader.
Call looking to inbound. He gets it into Parrish. 3 seconds. Into Knox, and Knox off at his fingertips and out of bounds, so it'll be Westview ball with a half a second to go. Can you get a shot off in a half second?
Just a tip.
Well, he got it off, but it was tipped all right.
Tip by the defense.
Yeah. 8 minutes gone here in this ball game, and it's 9-5 Angola. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this 60-second timeout.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
There's nothing more embarrassing than an air ball. You get the ball, you take the shot, not even close. Hard work pays off on the basketball court, but when it comes to God, no amount of hard work will ever be enough. The Bible says that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and so it's by grace that you've been saved through faith. This is not of yourself, it's the gift of God. That means your only hope is to put your trust in Jesus today. Friends, this is the playbook. Find out what it has to say.
Westview will inbound to begin the second quarter of play. And the quote of the night so far, Jamie, is what you said right after we took a break there, is Westview looks like they've been off for a few weeks and they haven't played. A little bit of rust to knock off here in that first quarter. Let's hope that's out of the way now.
Yeah, well, I'm happy we got good shots in that quarter. We got some good layups, just didn't go in, which is very unusual. Now Angola is going to come out in a little zone here, and trapping zone, and so just as we were getting warmed up from man-to-man, now they're going to switch on us.
Now we have to adjust again. Drew with a three, and it's going to be no good. Pulled off the glass by Brian Parrish, and he'll bring it up.
Well, sometimes you have these games where shots just don't go your way, and that's why it's important that you do the other things well to keep yourself in the game until your shots start clicking.
Angola's a little more patient than I thought they would be on offense so far. Inside, shots up on the spin move, no good by Oberlin, and Westview comes up with a rebound. Drew Litweiler brings it back.
A couple of their players, and
a foul's going to be called on Drew underneath.
Yeah, I think he hooked the guy as he was trying to post up there. Angola's missed a few layups as well in there, and a couple of their guys have really nice spin moves. Number 4, Tyler Call, and that time Oberlin. They drive right and then spin back left, and that's a nice little move in there.
Angola in control. With the ball is Parrish. Gives out the Call, then left side it'll go to Tagliaferri. Yeah, it seems good to have some fans in the stands tonight. Not a normal crowd, but getting back to more normal than it was.
Well, you know, yeah, definitely.
Three in the air. In and out, no good by Daly. And now we have a whistle, and a foul's going to be called on Angola.
Yeah, 20 was over the back that time. At least, you know, they're calling it really tight, but they're being consistent, and that's all you can ask for.
Yep.
Just have to adjust to the style of play, and I think it benefits us if this continues.
Luke Miller gets it to Linden. Linden left open for three, and he'll take it. It's going to be no good. And pulled out by Dylan Oberlin. His outlet pass comes to Tagliaferri. Out front now to Oberlin. Takes it right side on the bounce. Gives it up to Call. Now back to Oberlin, and the give and go, and he got it. 11-5, Angola by 6.
Yeah, Coach thought that was an illegal screen that time, and he was letting the referee know about it on the way back down.
Drew drives, puts it high off the glass, can't get it to go down, but he's fouled. He'll go to the stripe shooting a pair. Fouls on Tyler Call, that'll be his second.
Well, other than Brady Yoder, the rim has a lid on it tonight.
So it certainly seems that way.
Layups are just not going in down there.
Brady has all of Westview's points at this point, a 3 and a 2. Now Drew puts it up, and he's short on the free throw. He'll get one more. Second shot by Drew, gets it over the front of the rim into the basket. 11-6.
There's actually a cheering section across the way. That's nice to see.
The first one we've seen this
First one of the year. Maybe that's why we're nervous. We're missing layups.
That could be.
There's people cheering.
Yeah, not used to that fan noise.
No, despite all of that, we're only down two possessions.
That's right.
So we're hanging in there with our defense.
Bounce pass wide open underneath. Easy shot missed there by Daly.
Yeah, they've missed a few layups themselves.
And they should be more rusty than we are with their huge layoff, almost a month. Shot by, good feed underneath, and the quick shot is good by Luke Miller.
Our guys seem to be finding the gaps down there now and getting in position for layups.
3-point ball game. Westview had been down 6.
It's a little like this in the JV game. I showed up. There was 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, and it was only 8-6.
Yeah, that's true. Long on the 3 was Parrish, and Westview comes back with it. Lyndon Miller bounce passes it to Luke. Mason fakes, takes it to the free throw line, and he's hammered right in the schnoz. Brian Parrish will pick up the foul.
Good patience that time by Mason, not to force anything. And we're in the 1-and-1.
And we're going to see Caleb Corey for the first time tonight. As Mason will have to come out. I think he got his nose bloodied.
He's supposed to shoot the free throws too, I think. So
yeah, who's going to shoot him, Burkett?
I think Ben will.
Luke Miller comes out as well. And Burkett comes in along with Caleb Corey. Free throws missed by Burkett. So it remains 11-8. Bryce Daly with the ball. He gives it to Brian Parrish.
This is one of those games where if we get hot, all of a sudden we're going to go on about a 12-0 run and
yeah, we've
flip this
seen
game.
that.
We're missing layups. We're missing free throws.
We just got to get to that point. Good steal by Lyndon Miller, and he's fouled before he can go up for the layup on a reach-in by Bryce Daly. That's his first. The team 9th foul. So it'll be one more time at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Shots up and good by Lyndon Miller, his first point of the night.
That reminded me a little bit. Remember about, was it 4 years ago here with Charlie? He had that steal in I think it was a tie game, and he had a steal right at half court, went down and made it. Kind of got us going.
Turn things around in that game. Let's see what happens here. 11-10, 1-point ball game. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this 30-second break.
Mold Mob in Shipshewana provides an environmentally conscious approach to mold, moisture, and odor removal. Mold Mob gets to the source of the problem in a way that is effective, affordable, and protects the planet. Mold Mob's indoor air quality services don't just cover up odors, mold, smoke, or other toxins. They remediate with treatments that denature bacteria, fungi, and other toxic substances for cleaner air. That's Mold Mob, just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call 260-214-1250.
We're back after the timeout, 11-10, Angola, 3:59 to go in the first half of play. Angola led at the first stop, 9-5. And we're about halfway through the second quarter here. Tagliaferri brings it across the timeline. He's met by Ben Burkett. Right side pass goes to Parrish. Tagliaferri tries to hit Daly coming into the lane, and he has it deflected away, and Westview comes up with a steal. Lyndon Miller fakes the 3, drives the baseline, feeds it underneath. Litweiler is collapsed in on, and the ball's stolen away. Joel Knox comes up with a loose ball. He drives it into the paint, puts it up, misses a shot, but he's fouled. There'll be a 2-shot foul coming his way. That goes against Lyndon.
Drew got hit in the face and somewhere in the back.
Yeah, he's shaking his head out there.
Not real thrilled about the lack of a call, and then kind of a ticky-tack one on this end, I thought, with Knox. But
he's still talking to the referee about it. Shot's way off the mark by Knox. Barely hit the rim.
Wow, did I just see?
I've never seen a free throw on that side. I mean, I've seen him miss the whole thing.
He was fired up.
Like short, but man, that one was.
He'll probably switch this one.
Wide left. Second one, yep.
Yeah, it went in.
Bangs in. Wasn't pretty, but it got the job done. 12-2 now, Angola.
Angola playing a little offensive, defensive thing, taking Knox out when it's going to be on defense, and it's a dead ball. Try to protect him a little bit.
Probably, yeah. What 2 fouls? Devontae Dickerson into the ball game now. He's number 2. Big kid. Tall, anyway. Tall and lanky. Lyndon Miller is looking for help. Goes through the hands of Luke Miller. It's going to be over and back. Thought it might have been deflected by one of the Hornets, but
yeah, it looks like kind of went right through his legs, and
yeah, must not hit anybody, or at least the refs didn't see it.
Angola's doing a decent job of surprising us with some different defenses out there. Half-court traps out of a dead ball, and so that's something we're going to have to adjust to.
Trying to keep us off balance. Because, I mean, you've mentioned that once we get into a flow, it's difficult to get a stop sometimes.
Right.
With the ball is Oberlin. He's left open at the free throw line, puts up a brick. And it's pulled down by Luke Miller. Luke drives it toward the hole, gives off to Caleb Corey underneath, and he lays it in. Good work.
Good defense on the other end by Caleb. He forced Oberlin to shoot over him, which that's not Oberlin's strength. And the other end, he just has a knack for being where he needs to be.
I like to see Corey in there. See that size underneath.
Definitely makes a difference.
Oh, good steal again by Lyndon Miller. He'll go across to the reverse layup, misses, and the ball's grabbed by Parrish. Down court, we have a blocking foul called as Drew Litweiler rather. I don't know. I thought he had position, but
I think he gave a little bit too much extra choreography in there to get that call.
Could be.
It looked too unnatural.
Yeah.
You know, the guy didn't have a full head of steam who was at call.
Yeah.
Didn't have a full head of steam and just turned, and you're not going to send somebody flying.
In and out on the free throw, so we'll remain tied at a dozen.
Who wants it?
Yeah. Lyndon Miller, Caleb Corey, left side of Litweiler. Drew tries to drive it to the baseline. He does. And he gets into trouble there, gives it off to Corey. They'll swing it around the perimeter. Try to get it down low to Lyndon Miller, and stepping in there and stealing it was Parrish. Parrish to Tagliaferri.
Well, both teams right now are having trouble getting into their offense, and both teams are playing very hard on defense.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle. 12-12, minute and a half to go in the first half. Bounce pass. Down low is Oberlin. He'll put the shot up and got it to go. Fourth point of the night for Oberlin. That gives Angola a 2-point lead at 14-12.
Angola's averaging 54 points a game on the year, which is their highest in a long time.
Yeah, that's true. They were back in the low 40s with that slowdown offense. Foul is called on Angola, and that's going to go against Brian Parrish, his third foul. He's going to come out of the ball game. Back into the game will be Bryce Daly. And a double bonus now for Westview as Drew Litweiler will be shooting two, so Daly won't enter the ball game until after the first free throw is completed. And there it is, and Drew's short. By the way, the JV game tonight, it was Angola 44 and Westview 39. Second shot was good. Oberlin with it up top. .40 seconds to go in the first half. With the ball is Call. He backs it way out. He's going for the last shot here, Coach.
I think they're going to try. I don't know if they're going to get it. They're looking a little shaky out there handling the ball. That was a carry right there.
Yeah, it sure was. They let it go and backfired because he made the basket. 16-13.
Well, if you can pick it up and go through traffic like you got a football and then dribble again,
yeah,
that's easy.
Mason Yoder, Lyndon Miller, Brady Yoder. Actually, some noise in the gym. Shot is up and no good by Brady, and pulled down as the buzzer sounds as we've played the first 16 minutes here at Angola High School. And our score at halftime, Angola 16, Westview 13. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout with stats and scoring.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week, scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken, and then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988, and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
We are back at Angola High School tonight at halftime. It's Angola 16, Westview 13 in a slugfest. Normally you see that score at the end of the first quarter.
That's right.
But it has not been a thing of beauty. We don't have individual shooting stats tonight, but let's just say it's not real high, probably for either team. For Westview, very balanced scoring tonight. And, you know, when you only have 13 points among 5 players on the floor, I think we played 7. Balance doesn't necessarily mean a lot. But anyways, Linden had 2. Drew Litweller had 2 free throws, 2 for 4, 2 points. Luke Miller had 2. Brady Yoder had the first 5 points for us tonight and ended with 5. And Caleb Corey had 2. There you go. There's our scoring.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. For Angola, they're pretty balanced as well. Senior Brian Parrish has 4. He's averaging 13.2 on the year. Tyler Call, a 6'1 sophomore, has got a bucket for 2 points. Number 10, Giovanni Tagliaferri had 1 3-pointer. He's the one shooting 56% from the floor. Joel Knox had 3 points, a field goal and a free throw, and Dylan Oberlin added 2 field goals for 4 points. So the high score on the game is Brady with 5 points. So very,
yeah, he started out with 5 and.
Right.
Let's see, we didn't score till just about halfway through the first quarter.
Right, it was 9-5 after 1 quarter. He had all our points.
Right.
And so he scored 8 in the second quarter, and actually outscored Angola 8-7, so cut it to a 3-point lead. We had multiple opportunities to take the lead there late in the first half, but we just could not. We either had a turnover or missed free throws or something, so it just didn't go our way. So, you know, it was an ugly game if you like offense.
The first half, yeah, right.
You like gritty, tough defense, it was a pretty good game. But we missed a lot of shots we normally hit, and I think making those shots kind of gets you in a flow, and that's just something that just never happened. And Angola was switching defenses, and I think their number 1 defense is sticking with their man-to-man. I think they're confident in that. But I think if you're Westview, you got to feel pretty good about playing that way and only being down 3
exactly.
points
right.
in 1 half. And we're coming out in the second half. It's Angola's ball. but I think we've got a read on their offense pretty well. I mean, we only gave up 16 points on their home court. Normally that's really good, and we're averaging on the year 66 points a game, which, we should have about 30 right now.
That's right.
Even with a good defensive team. So
no, it's been a defensive battle, but correct me if I'm wrong on this, but when you have a long layoff like both of these teams did, it seems like you can come back and play pretty good defense, but your offense might be what struggles.
You're right, and combine that with we're at a really good opponent with a little bit of extra motivation tonight.
Right.
They got more people in the building than we've seen all year, and so the atmosphere is a little bit against you for the first time as far as a home, visiting team. Home court advantage, and plus the fact that we've mostly played ourselves for the last 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, right.
So I think all those things, and their kids, but I think we didn't lose our composure out there. We got good shots, just didn't hit them, and I look for a pretty good half coming up. I think Angola's going to play better too. I think it's going to be more of an offensive flow in the second half. The JV game mirrored this a lot in the first half as well. I don't remember what the halftime score was exactly, but it was probably something similar, and that game ended up in 44-39. So it got going offensively a little bit, and I think we'll see the same thing. I mean, I could be wrong. It might end up, 30-28 the time we're all done, but hopefully we have the 30.
Well, I know in that JV game, looking back at it, and maybe a lot of you viewers were able to watch it there, but 44-39 lost to Angola, but we were missing our probably our most talented JV player and biggest as far as that goes is in Braden Nash with that broken thumb, and I think that was the difference in that ball game. I thought the kids played really well blocking out, though, with the superior size that Angola presented out there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we battled right down to the wire, and it went back and forth for a long time up until about the last minute of the ball game where they started to pull away when we had to commit some fouls. But, that was a good ball game, and it is very similar. This game is very similar to that. But I think you're absolutely right, too, that both teams, I think we're going to have a very similar maybe second half with maybe a little bit more offense on both sides of the court.
Yeah, Angola, we're a tough team to figure out, too. If you scout us, who do you key on?
Right.
Who do you take out first? You have some leading scorers on the year, but anybody can score, anybody can dribble, and so it takes a little getting used to us, too, and we play really good defense. And so it doesn't make it easy for other teams, and Angola has to feel good on their side because Joel Knox got 2 fouls in the first quarter, or first half of the first quarter.
Right.
And even without him, they're still ahead. So they got to feel pretty good about that, and I think both teams just kind of felt each other out that quarter or half, and they're going to come out and should be an entertaining second half.
Yeah, I think they've gotten the rust shaken off of them now, both teams, and this should be a very interesting second half, and I wouldn't doubt it go right down to the wire, maybe even overtime.
Wow, is that a prediction?
One of the year?
He's predicting it.
Well, I'm just saying they could. They're pretty well matched teams, and
you're right. Unless one team goes on a significant run, which is possible, you're right. It's back and forth, and both teams can hit threes, and Angola's experienced, has shooting, has ball handling, has toughness, and they have. It looks. I don't remember what their whole coaching staff was like last year, but there's one coach down there that I think is a holdover from the last staff, so that certainly helps with continuity and scouting and such.
Yeah, there was one familiar face down there. He's been with the program for quite a few years, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Go ahead.
No, I don't know his name. But
yeah, I couldn't think either. 16-13 is our halftime score. Angola leading Westview. Both teams have emerged from their locker room, and we're just about ready to go for the second half of play here. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back with more from Angola High School right after this.
Nobody wants to foul out, and even worse are intentional fouls. But every time we sin, it's an intentional foul against God. That's why Romans 1 says that when we suppress the truth of what we know God wants, we're storing up wrath for ourselves. Oh, but friends, I have good news for you. The Bible says that if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and cleanse us from all our unrighteousness. God's Word is the playbook. Find out what it has to say.
And we're back. Where am I? Westview and Angola. I don't know where Northwood came from. Northeast Corner Conference. Maybe that's what I was thinking. The standings, Westview on top of the 3-0 mark. East Side is 1-0, and they have a 4-1 overall record. Central Noble 3-1. Their only defeat coming against Westview. Lakeland's 2-1 in the conference. Fremont is 2-1. Prairie Heights 2-1. Still early. And then you have two teams that are at the 500 mark, Churubusco and Angola. Fairfield is 1-2. West Noble is 0-2 in the conference. Garrett is 0-3, and Hamilton is 0-3. And Hamilton will be the next opponent for the Westview boys. That'll be a week from, or not a week, well, a week from yesterday. So next Friday.
After
right?
East Noble.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, I keep forgetting about the East Noble game. We won't bring you that game on LaGwana Media, but it will be available, and we'll have that posted on our website. That'll be locally presented down by one of the media groups down at Kendallville. So we won't bring you that game. But, yeah, East Noble next Tuesday night. Angola has the ball to begin the second half. High throw. I thought that was going to go out of bounds, but Bryce Daly was able to pull it down. Call drives the baseline, gets it out of trouble to Daly. Now Call loses a handle, but drives it all the way down the lane, puts it up as it blocked away, and Drew Litweiler comes up with a loose ball. Luke Miller underneath, through the hands of Burkett, a little bit too high. So a turnover on Westview, and Angola will bring it back the other way.
Angola had a really good possession that time. A lot of ball movement, hard drives, but we hung in there, didn't give anything easy.
Good defensive stand there by Westview. Tagliaferri out front, it'll go to Knox. Knox hands it off to Daly. Daly backs up, he'll take it two and banks it in. His first two of the night, 18-13. Angola opens up a 5-point lead here early in the third quarter. Burkett to Mason Yoder. Westview with their original starting lineup back on the floor. Luke Miller, Drew Litweiler, Brady Yoder. As Drew Litweiler drives, puts it in. First field goal of the night for Drew Litweiler.
That is the number of layups we made in the first half, right there.
Wow. Tagliaferri went flying underneath. He might have lost his balance. He did look at the ref and say, what was that? But defensive game. Oberlin. He'll go right side to Call. Call takes it into the lane and gives off to Joel Knox. Knox out of trouble to Tagliaferri. They'll swing it around up front. Almost stolen by Luke Miller. Chased down and grabbed by Oberlin.
Yeah, Luke was eyeballing that.
Tagliaferri on the baseball pass over to Daly. Angola being patient on this possession. Driving and slipping in the lane, and we're going to have a traveling violation on Bryce Daly.
Yeah, that was kind of a strange possession. A lot of dribbling, and it looked like they were trying to isolate Daly on Brady that time, but Brady did a nice job of staying in front of him.
So a good stop by Westview again. See if we can score here. Brady Yoder brings it up for Westview. Bounce pass goes left side to Drew Litweiler. Out of Luke. Good pass on the back door to Drew Litweiler.
Yeah, nice ball movement that time. I think that's just players knowing where each other is going to be. I don't think that was a set play at all.
Joel Knox controlling out front, and we have a whistle and a foul underneath. They point at Brady. And for Brady, that'll be his second foul. And inbounding will be Tyler Call.
This is one of those games where a lot of things you're used to getting away with on defense, you're not getting away with them tonight.
That's true. That's very true. Tyler Call inbounds it out front to Parrish. Parrish gives it up to Tagliaferri. Now to Knox. Knox to Oberlin. They'll work it down into the corner to Knox. Drives, puts it up, and we got a whistle and a foul's going to be called. It'll be a 2-shot foul coming for Knox. And that one's going to go against Luke Miller.
Yeah, that all started because Mason lunged out to try to get that steal. And when you lunge and get out of position and don't get the steal, it really opens up the floor.
Second on Luke. 5:05 to go in the third quarter. Shots in and out by Knox. Lyndon Miller checks in for Westview. Brady Yoder will come out.
Knox now 1 for 3 at the line, I believe.
I believe that sounds right. He has 3 points altogether. And that one's short. And Lyndon Miller pulls it off the rim.
One of these times we're going to take the lead.
Well, this would be a good time to do it right here. Westview down 18-17.
Might be a good time to call a set play.
Downloaded Drew Litweiler. Tries to get a shot off of Knox. Good defense by Knox.
Yeah, good patience by Drew. Didn't have a good shot.
Luke Miller now with it. Gets to Oberlin, now to Mason. Swinging around to Burkett. Burkett bounce passes to Mason coming across, and now we have a whistle underneath. That's going to go against Angola, and that's going to go against number 4, Tyler Call. That'll be his third. So now Brian Parrish and Tyler Call both with 3 fouls for Angola. 4.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Luke Miller drives, puts it up, misses. Looked like it was partially blocked there by Brian Parrish, and he brings it down, has it stripped by Lyndon Miller, throws it up. Tagliaferri chases it down. He'll give it to Call. Call tries to drive it into the lane. We have a blocking foul underneath on Westview. Could go against Mason, and it will. Third on Mason. Inbounding will be Tyler Call. He gets it into Parrish. Parrish drives it into the lane. He'll put it up with the left hand. In and out, no good. Lyndon Miller pulls it off the glass. Bounce pass to Burkett, give and go. Lyndon can't find a shot, gets it out of trouble to Litweiler. He drives the baseline. We have a hold down there on Angola's Tagliaferri.
Well, this is one of those games where a 5-point lead would seem enormous.
Yeah, that's true. Been a 1-point game for, a couple minutes.
Well, in a 1-point lead, that'd be our first. We haven't led the whole game.
That's true. Caleb Corey back into the ball game. Litweiler hits Corey, and a good quick shot by Caleb underneath. 4th point of the game, and the Warriors have the lead 19-18. With the ball, Brian Parrish. Angola led at halftime by 3, 16-13, but Westview's come back and taken a 1-point lead. Knox gets it to Tagliaferri. Driving is Knox. He'll give off left side to Parrish, and he hits a 3 from the corner. First 3 of the night for Parrish, second for Angola, and the first one came early in the ball game. In fact, it might have been the first or the second basket that they made by Tagliaferri.
Yeah, I think it was the second one. You're right.
21-19 in this defensive battle. Luke Miller can't find a shot, looking for help. Is it to Burkett? Left side of Lyndon Miller, now down low. Drew Litweiler. Jump hook, no good. Rebound, Call.
And Knox is doing a good job of not giving Drew anything easy.
Knox with the move on the baseline, and he hits the shot, and he's fouled. Luke Miller will pick up the foul. That'll be his third. So that sends Knox to the free throw line, and I think he's, 1 for 3 or 4 from there tonight.
Yeah, Luke usually doesn't respond to anything on calls, and he was incredulous at the time that they would call that, so might have been a phantom foul there, but nonetheless, Angola has responded quickly after losing the lead for the first time.
Knox has struggled from the free throw line, and right when I say that, he hits the free throw.
That's like 2 for 5 now, I think.
Yeah, I believe so, and he has 6 for the night total, 24-19. Angola opens up a 5-point lead late in the third quarter here. Got good move underneath, and now Luke pays him back with a field goal underneath and a chance to complete the three-point play on the other end.
One thing we can do with Caleb in there is a little high-low, and he has a nice, being taller, he's got a little bit different angle to throw the post pass in there.
That's true.
Took advantage of it that time.
Luke at the stripe trying to complete that old-fashioned three-point play, and it's off the back of the iron, no good, and the rebound's pulled down by Oberlin. He'll hand off to Knox. Quickly up court in the corner, fake on a three by Parrish. Good defense by Lyndon Miller. Ball tipped away and stolen. Luke Miller comes up with it, scoops it up, misses, tries to tip it up, no good, tipped again, no good. Good work on the offensive boards as Drew Litweiler finally gets it to go.
Yeah, Luke got caught in midair without being in great position. He just kind of flipped it up there, but we hustled down and were able to get it.
And we stuck with it. Finally paid off, and a foul on a hold underneath. That's going to go against Drew. That'll be Drew Litweiler. That's his second.
I think they called that on Lyndon.
You are absolutely correct. 23. I thought he had 25 up, but yep, you're right.
So it is his second.
Yep. With the ball is Devontae Dickerson, who's come into the ball game now. Knox drives the baseline, puts it up and in. 8 for Knox.
Yeah, it's a little unusual that he's getting layups like that.
Yeah.
We're having some breakdowns down there on defense.
Luke Miller out front for Westview. Goes to Burkett. Down low, Litweiler has it knocked away, and Knox comes up with a steal. Now Knox wants some help from a guard. He gets it to Bryce Daly. Now right back to Joel Knox. Knox. Underneath to Oberlin. Left-handed hook short, and a rebound, Drew Litweiler. Inside a minute to go now in the third quarter. Drew drives the lane, puts it up and in off the feed from Lyndon Miller. 10 points now for Drew. Westview chops it down to a 1-point lead now, 26-25 Angola, and they have the ball, and they're going to hold it for the last shot if they can here in this third quarter.
Yeah, we've been wanting to put perimeter pressure on them all day, and we want to stick with that now.
Knox hands off to Dickerson. Dickerson goes to Daly. Now Knox, inside 20 seconds to go now. Oberlin doesn't feel real comfortable with the basketball out there. He'll give off right side to Daly on a three. No good. Tipped around, grabbed by Drew Litweiler. Westview still with plenty of time to score. And Caleb Corey with the pass from Drew. He tips it up and in. Litweiler on the putback gets it to give Westview the lead after the third quarter comes to an end here. It's Westview 27 and Angola 26. We'll be back with a fourth quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
Down outside the arc. And we're back. Both teams breaking out of their huddle. What a ball game we have tonight at Angola. 1-point contest now as Westview took the lead right at the buzzer.
Yeah, Angola took that shot, I think, quicker than their coach would like. When you hold the ball for the last shot, you don't want to shoot with 8 seconds to go.
I was shocked they took that shot from the corner. Drew Litweiler inbounds it to Burkett.
Looks like Angola might be in a zone here.
Yep, they've switched it up. It's like a 2-3 zone. Burkett bounce passes it to Brady. Down low, Litweiler left open. Has it knocked away, but Oberlin got a piece of his hand on that, and he's going to be whistled for the foul.
Yeah, he might have got mostly or all ball there, but because he was slapping down, it looked like a foul, and tonight that call's being made.
Litweiler hits his free throw. He'll get one more. After finishing the first half with just 2 points, Drew so far has scored 11 here in the second half.
Yeah, he's done a nice job of going to the basket and getting us going.
Can't get that one to drop. 28-26, Westview up by 2. That might be our biggest lead of the night.
It is. If we'd make free throws, it'd be bigger, but that bug's biting us again tonight.
Yeah, it is. Parrish drives it into the lane. He'll put it up, and nice soft shot gets it to go in. Tied up at 28.
Yeah, they went right at Brady that time. Had a little bit of a size advantage. And
Caleb Corey holding. Gives it to Brady at the free throw line. He'll back it out. Back to Caleb. Drew calling for help out front. Gives it to Lyndon Miller. Showing some patience here on offense.
We're a little disjointed on there on offense right now. When the guy's ready to pass, we don't have anybody open.
Burkett's jumper from about 15 feet out is good.
Yeah, Ben Zarlo's been really good at that shot and picked a great time to hit one.
30-28 Westview by 2. Dickerson looking a little uncomfortable out there near the midcourt stripe.
Yeah, they let Drew get away with quite a bit of contact that time, too. I was surprised.
Good defense, but yeah, you're right. Oh, got caught going the other way as Tagliaferri was cutting toward the basket, thinking that Parrish was going to drive for the layup. And a big break for the Warriors. Burkett back in a hurry. Left side to Caleb Corey, inside Brady. The quick shot's up and good.
Nice shot right there by Brady.
So
Brady looks like he's making a little more of a concerted effort to get inside the arc and get his points out there, you know, because they're really pressing him out there at the 3 line.
They've been putting a lot of pressure on the arc, or around the arc tonight. So, yeah, good adjustment by Brady. So, 30-second timeout. We'll take one here. Fort May Funeral Home in LaGrange serves the surrounding area with dignified and personal funeral services. Fort May provides pre-planning, traditional funeral services, traditional cremations, and simple cremations, as well as monument sales. Call to discuss your needs with a knowledgeable funeral director, Lowell or Brian May. Licensed funeral directors who will help you honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. Call 260-463-3131 or visit their website at FortMayFuneralHome.com. So Westview on a bit of a run here, and Angola is trying to squelch some of their momentum as Westview goes up 32-28 with 6:07 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, 5-2 run to start this quarter. So I think we've really locked down on what Angola wants to do offensively, and we're a little more free and easy down there. And is that because Caleb's in the game? I don't know.
So. I think he's made a big difference.
He adds a little different dimension than what we typically have out there, and some games that's all it takes. You know, Oberlin's played a nice game, and he's got a lot of length down there and has kind of discouraged some of our shots. And so having Caleb in there kind of evens the score a little bit.
Angola with the basketball, trailing by 4 to Westview. Knocks down the baseline. Gives out to Tagliaferri for 3, and this is going to be long. Chased down, grabbed by Lyndon Miller to Drew Litweiler.
Now that was a set play, and they got what they wanted. They just didn't knock the shot down.
Burkett now with the basketball. Tagliaferri on him. They'll go left side to Lyndon Miller, now Drew Litweiler. Burkett looks inside. Can't find anything there. They're swinging around the perimeter. Now to Brady. Quick three in the air. No good this time. Off the mark. And the rebound's pulled down by Brian Parrish.
Angola's done a nice job defensively tonight. They're not letting us get much of anything easy, and all our three-pointers are contested.
Open for three is Parrish. This shot goes off the back of the iron. Tried to chase it down was Joel Knox, and we're going to have a foul on Westview. That's called on Lyndon Miller.
Yeah, that's an example of what we were talking about before the game, those long rebounds, and Knox loves to go grab those things.
Lyndon with his third. Knox will inbound for Angola. Quick pass comes down to Oberlin. Oberlin looked like he traveled. Gets it up and puts it in off the glass from the left side.
I think he feels confident in there. Caleb's got a lot of length, but he's not quite as, his hands aren't quite as active as Luke or Lyndon's are.
Burkett has it knocked away from behind, and now we have a quick timeout called by Coach Bentley to try to avoid the 10-second call.
Angola's coach was not impressed with that 10-second or that timeout being given to Westview there.
Yeah. That was loose on the floor, and I think that's what it was. Maybe it wasn't the 10-second call that they were worried about. It's just the possession, right?
Yeah, he had already crossed the line.
Yeah,
and then
it was
they
knocked
tipped it away.
Yep.
And I'm not sure either guy had possession that time, but.
Yeah, it's a quick reaction by an official. I mean, they have to make a call one way or the other.
They do.
Yeah.
And they were both fighting, and Ben did seem at that point to kind of have the advantage slightly. So maybe that's why.
Well, I think the natural reaction if a referee hears a coach calling timeout is, okay, they want a timeout. So
right.
They might give them the timeout and then think later, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But
yeah.
4:47 to go in the fourth quarter. 2-point ball game. Westview up by 2, 32-30.
Well, I think we expected a hard-fought game. Didn't know exactly what Angola had, but any team that goes, to Northridge and loses, they lost, but by only 9.
Right.
That's a quality effort.
Yes, it is.
They play good defense, and they got just enough shooting. They have toughness inside, and our goal this game was not to get into a muddy game. Well, we're in a muddy game.
Yeah, we are. So we predicted that before the game even started.
But let's see. Sometimes you got to win these, or you got to win that way.
Luke drives, puts it up short off the front of the rim. Joel Knox with the rebound. He'll go quickly to Parrish in the corner. Devontae Dickerson, he can't get it to go down. Quickly up court, Mason, he'll put it up. Hey, got it! Good on the break.
Mason Yoder sighting.
Yeah, first 2 of the night for Mason. Brian Parrish drives it to the baseline. Now Brady is called for a bump.
That's wow. Great job by Brady that time. That's all I'll say.
Defense. That's punishing a kid for playing good defense. Third foul on Brady. And that will send Brian Parrish to the free throw line. Shooting 1-1. Westview with 17 fouls. Angola with 4. Ball off the back of the rim. Ball tipped away. Tried to save it in bounds. And he did. He gets it off.
Yeah, he threw it behind his back and hit Oberlin, and it bounced off of him and went out of bounds.
Good job by Luke.
This could be a tough inbound. Well, maybe not.
Gets it to Mason. Back to Luke.
Dickerson gives them a lot of length and athleticism in there.
He looks young, but he's a junior.
Here's where, if they're going to call it on one end when there's a drive, take it in there, like right there. Why wasn't that a foul?
Yeah, exactly. Good offensive rebound by Drew when he gives the ball stripped, but a foul's called. Should be a shooting foul. Well, they're going to say it's going to be inbounded by Westview. It's on the floor. Foul's on Tagliaferri, his third. Litweiler will inbound underneath the Westview basket off to the left. And they'll lob it into Mason. It's knocked away by Knox, who has some good jumping ability, as does Mason. So Westview will now inbound it right in front of the Angola cheering section. Brady Yoder across the timeline. Top of the circle, goes left side of Mason Yoder. Mason to Drew. 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Westview up by 4. And now we have a hold underneath, and that's going to go against Angola. Once again, Tagliaferri picks up the foul. That'll be number 4 on Giovanni.
Yeah, one more, and we'll be in the bonus.
Hard-fought ball game. Defensive battle, 34-30 Westview. They have the basketball. Brady Yoder in the corner. Bounce pass down low to Linden. Good spin move underneath. Good fake off the glass and good.
Nice little spin move right there. Nice patience that time to get the shot he wanted.
6-point lead, the biggest of the night for Westview. Dante Dickerson gets it to Joel Knox. Knox drives it, gives off to Dickerson from the corner, and this time he hits the 3.
He really has some confidence out there, especially in a game like this. You just missed a shot like that.
Right.
To take another one is really impressive, especially when you make it.
Chopped the lead in half by Westview's lead down to a 3-point lead. Now Drew Litweiler shots up and blocked away, but a foul on Oberlin. That'll be a 2-shot foul. And
yeah, Drew is just wiry enough that time to kind of split that double team and got the call.
Oberlin's 3rd. Drew with the line shooting 1-1, or 2 rather. First shot's up, no good. He'll get another one. Another missed free throw.
Wow. Well, you would have thought with a lot of time off in the last couple of weeks, would have shot a lot of free throws.
Yeah, really.
Maybe we did. I don't know.
Second shot by Drew. This one goes. 14 out for Drew tonight. 37-33 Westview. With the ball, Parrish gets it out front to Call. Call hands it off to Knox. Knox in the corner. Dickerson down low to Oberlin. Oberlin spin move, puts it up off the glass, can't get it to go. Knox tries to put it back up, can't get it. And Lyndon Miller pulls it down to Brady Yoder. Brady across the timeline, works it left side of the corner to Litweiler.
That was a big miss down there. They had a couple of really good chances at it. Here, we're up.
Good spin move underneath. Can't get it to go. Luke Miller. Joel Knox across the timeline, and his coach wants timeout. So Brandon Appleton calls timeout. Let's talk things over with his team. 1 minute, 52 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Our score, 37-33, and we'll keep it right here.
Yeah, kind of a late call there that time on the timeout as to 32nd or not, but what we want on offense here is, providing when we get the ball back, we want, it's their ball, right?
Yes.
And goal ball. We want to get the shot that it's 100%er, in other words. That last shot we took, we were right at the rim. It was a pretty good shot, just didn't go in, but let's take the shot we want. Mason's done a nice job of passing up some open 15-foot jump shots. I think if he'd have hit a few of those early in the game, that's a good shot for him. But he's kind of been saddled. He got knocked out of the game there with a bloody nose for a while.
Yeah,
and he's been sitting over there watching quite a bit. And so to come in there and shoot that shot right away, he's done a nice job of just being patient and getting the best shot we can do.
And we're back to action now. Angola with a basketball. They'll go right side with it to a shot in the air. Good from three-point range by Parrish.
Well, that was a big one. They've hit 2 big threes here late in this game. That's kind of definitely kept them in it.
37-36, Westview by 1. Luke Miller to Mason Yoder. Brady pulls up, looks for the shot, can't find it, gives to Mason. Not a Luke. Minute 15 to go in the game. Westview by 1. Mason Yoder takes it to the free throw line. Jumper. No good. Good offensive rebound by Luke Miller. Gets it to Linden. Scooped up. Good. What a big bucket that was.
Yeah, they just get their hands on so many key rebounds and loose
Parrish
balls.
almost threw it away, gave it, call brought it down. Joel Knox. Not a call. Dante Dickerson once again. Angola wants to talk things over. 42 seconds exactly to go in this ball game. Westview 39, Angola 36. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week, scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken, and then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988, and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka. Mold Mob in Shipshewana provides an environmentally conscious approach to mold, moisture, and odor removal. Mold Mob gets to the source of the problem in a way that is effective, affordable, and protects the planet. Mold Mob's indoor air quality services don't just cover up odors, mold, smoke, or other toxins. They remediate with treatments that denature bacteria, fungi, and other toxic substances for cleaner air. That's Mold Mob, just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call 260-214-1250.
And we're back to Rockin' Angola Gymnasium. Believe it or not, even during COVID season, there's some fans here tonight.
I would expect them to run a play. If they can get it open three, take it. If not, drive it in hard and cut it to one if they can.
Call with it. Gives out to Parrish. Parrish drives the lane, puts it up too long. A rebound, Drew Litweiler.
We did a nice job there of not fouling and making him make a tough shot. So,
and a quick foul. Devontae Dickerson commits the foul, his first. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Brady Yoder. Westview up 3. 23.2 seconds to go in the ball game. Brady hits his first free throw of the night.
Well, based on the season and what we've seen, if I'd have to pick a guy to put at the line right now,
it'd be him.
This would be him.
Yep. Second shot, nothing but net.
Cool customer.
Yes, he is.
I just want to keep the clock running here.
Ball knocked away by Mason. Good defense, but it was out of bounds, so it'll stay in the hands of Angola.
They called a foul.
Oh, they called a foul on Mason.
Our senior leaders are going over there trying to keep Mason calm down because I don't think he touched anybody.
Oh, went berserk on that one. That's his fourth.
Yeah, that's the last thing we wanted right there, is to give them potentially 2 points with the clock stopped.
Yeah, I know.
Then again, if he'd have got the steal and grabbed it, everybody would have said, great play.
Yeah, that's true. At the line will be Brian Parrish. Everybody 1-and-1. Parrish with 12 points tonight, 2 of those coming from the free throw line. And he bangs that one in.
Yeah, he's had a nice game tonight.
Yeah, he has. He's their.
That's his average right now. And in a low-scoring game, when you're hitting your average, you've had really an above-average game.
It's true. 41-37. Now, he misses that one, but Knox with the offensive rebound, bounces it off his foot. Oh, my. They're going to give it to.
They're saying
Angola.
It went off. Wow. I don't.
I know we're up here and they're down there, but boy, that looked like it went right off of
it did.
Knox's ankle.
They made up. I guess they thought maybe there should have been a foul called, but.
Shot from the corner, no good on the 3 attempt, and Drew Litweiler pulls down the rebound, and he's fouled immediately by Joel Knox.
Joel and Drew having some pleasantries down there.
Yeah.
Both admiring the basketball up close.
Yeah, their hands were locked together tightly there, I think. So Drew Litweiler will go to the free throw line as Angola switches out a few of their players. Now we got Dane Lance, a freshman, coming into the ball game. He's a dead eye from 3-point range, and that's probably why he's in the ball game.
I would think either that or to give a well, he wouldn't be given a foul if going on offense. So yeah, he's got to have a good stroke and spread the floor a little bit more.
Shots up, good by Drew.
But it won't really matter if we can just knock down a few free throws.
That's all we need to do. 15 points now for Drew Litweiler.
Yeah, he hasn't had a great game from the line tonight, but he's played a pretty gritty game and made a lot of tough plays.
He is. Second one's up and good. Drills that one. 10 seconds to go. Angola will try to get it up in a hurry, and they do, but it slips out of the hand, and Mason Yoder is going to dunk it! Yeah! Whoa! We knew we'd see it before the year was over, and Mason had the opportunity, and he did it.
Well, that's the way to end the game.
Yeah, what a way to end the ball game. A steal and a dunk by Mason Yoder. 45-37 is our final score here tonight as Westview pulls away in the latter moments of this ball game. 45-37, an 8-point win for Westview. Both teams head to their locker room. Of course, they don't shake hands because of COVID this year.
So after wrestling everybody for the whole game, you can't shake hands.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. Wow, what a finish. 45-37 is our final score. We'll be back with scoring right after this 2-minute timeout.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
Best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
All right, back at Angola High School, we just witnessed a very exciting, hard-fought basketball game that Westview pulled away from in the fourth quarter to post a 45-37 victory, punctuated with an exclamation point dunk at just before the buzzer by Mason. So that was actually our largest lead of the game, 45-37. Most of the game, it was within 4 points either way, and most of the game, we were on the losing side of that. So, you know, it wasn't our best performance of the year, but I think it was one of our most impressive wins.
Oh, it was.
To tough it out,
I
stick
agree.
with it on a home, somebody else's home court, and so good win for Westview to go to 6-1 on the year. For Angola tonight, they're scoring, had quite a few people in the scoring column. Devontae Dickerson came off the bench and hit a three-pointer for 3. Brian Parrish, averaging 13.2 on the year, ended up right at his average with 13. Tyler Call added 2. Bryce Daly added 2. Number 10, Giovanni Tagliaferri, only had 3. He had been averaging 6. Joel Knox, we held him to 8 points tonight, 4 points under his average. And Dylan Oberlin finished the scoring with 6. For Westview tonight, Ben Burkett had 2. I think his shot actually gave us the lead in a tie game. Yeah, big bucket. Mason Yoder finished with 4. Lyndon Miller had 6. Drew Litweiler added 16. Luke Miller had 4, Brady Yoder had 9, and Caleb Corey had 4 big buckets. Not buckets, but points off the bench tonight. So good all-around effort, tough, hard-nosed win, and on to East Noble.
Yeah, it's a great way to start the new year with
Definitely.
a win on the road, conference win on the road. And you might have alluded to this, but Westview now goes to 4-0 in the conference. Big win here. 6-1 overall. Angola drops to 1-2 in the conference and 2-5 overall. Great ball game tonight. We're going to wrap it up in a hurry. We will remind you that next Tuesday we won't have the game at East Noble on LaGwana Media, but you will be able to watch it on a local media with local media coverage down in Kendallville, and we'll have that posted on our website where you'll be able to watch the ball game from that source. But we won't bring you that game. Our next game on LaGwana Media will be next Friday at Hamilton. That'll be the boys' game at Hamilton and the girls' game. It'll be a doubleheader. We will be covering a girls' game on Thursday night as well. I think that's against one of the South Bend schools over at Westview. So we will be on with that on Thursday evening as well. Once again, our final score here tonight, Westview defeats Angola by a score of 45-37. It was great to have everyone along, and a good way to start off the new year for the Westview Warriors. Tonight's ball game was brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Weaver Furniture Sales, now with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and then in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our silver sponsors are Hyde Auto Body, US 20 West and LaGrange, Eden Worship Center, Topeka, and also Do It Best Hardware to Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, your local source for powder coating. Also, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Dale is the right man for the job. And LaGwana, serving our customers with creative solutions. Our bronze sponsors are Topeka Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy. Also, Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka. Our passion is protecting yours. By Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury for your automotive repair and tire service needs. Also, Topeka Clinic on Lehman Drive in Topeka. Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana, featuring floral arrangements and gift baskets for all occasions. Also, Mold Mob, located just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Or you can call them at 260-214-1250. And Precision Financial Group with local advisors Andrew Landgraf, Adam Christer, and Ryan Yoder. And that'll do it for tonight. I want to thank our crew here, our camera operator, Chris Mast, our engineer tonight, Jeremy Anderson, of course, color commentator, Jamie Miller. This is Jerry Hostetler.